कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
Srimate Nigamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha. In one of the passages in Hanuman Chalisa, Goswami Tulasidas describes the grace that Hanuman showers on any devotee who sings the praises of Prabhu Shri Ram with so much of devotion. तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुपति पुर जाई जहाँ जन्मी हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्त न धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट हरे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महा सुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। These just bring such beautiful memories of, to me, my childhood, to each of you, your childhood, how a day wouldn't pass without the beautiful rendition of Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman, in his journey to be able to be some use to Prabhu Shri Ram, had to cross the oceanic waters. He encountered Mainakam, he encountered Surasa, the Nagamata, and finally Simhika, the Rakshasi. Using love as a weapon, using intellect as a weapon, using Ramanamam as a weapon, respectively, he won over all the three impediments. As he reached Lanka, he looked at the impregnable fortress of Lanka and thought for a minute, which architect has designed this? Is it Vishwakarma, Maya? Who has done it? And then he feels the way it is being administered. There is cleanliness. There is so much of security. There is so much radiance when the rays of the setting sun fall on the walls of the fortress of Lanka, which is gilded in gold. He thinks for a moment how this fortress could be won. Imam tvavishamam lankam durgam ravanapalitam prapyapi sumahabahu kim karishyati Raghava. What will Raghava do? I don't think he can win over this particular fortress. Then he says, if at all there are 4 people who can manage to reach Lanka the way I have reached besides me, there are 3 other people. So overall there are 4. One is me. The other 3 are Sugriva, Neela and Angada. So we are the 4 people who can manage to reach Lanka. So now he, after getting amazed at Lanka's security and beauty, he now convinces himself. Then he goes one step further. He says, I'm thinking too much. How will Rama come? Nobody can defeat Ravana, Lankam, Ravana, Palitam. I'm thinking too much. For now, my mission is to go in search of Sita. I have reached Lanka, I have to go in search of Sita. Why am I thinking so much ahead? He says, look at the shlokam. Yavajjanami vaidehim yadi jivati vanava tatraiva chintayishyami drishtva tam janakatmaja. My mission is to go in search of Sita. I've reached Lanka, I have to go in search of Sita. Why am I thinking this fortress is impregnable? Rama cannot reach, only 4 of us can reach. Nila, Angada, Sugriva and me. All this is not required. See, the best part about Hanuman, when you observe in Sundara Kandam, even from now on, is if there is an act, if there is a thought, which he feels needs to be corrected, there should be a course correction, he will do it immediately. That is why the world respects and worships Hanuman. Course correction, immediately. He just now thought, how will Rama reach? Then he said, why should I worry about all of that? Now I should go in search of Sita. Even the commentator says that to this shloka that I cited, Tatraiva Chintayishyami Drishtvatam Janakatmajam, to which the commentator Govindaraja in Bhushanam states, Drishtva Tatraiva Tatkala Eva Chintayishyami iti Anvayaha. As and when things unfold, we will find a solution. That is the meaning. So, probably in English language we say, let's cross the bridge as and when it comes. If there is a problem, we'll find a solution to it. Why should we over-predict our future? While on one side, yes, even our acharyas have encouraged that think about how your jivatma is going to exit the material body, in which path it is going to travel, whether it is Archiradi Margam or Dhumadi Margam, whether it wishes to break the cycle of life, the birth and death, or does it want to have more births. All this is future ready, ahead. But at the same time, getting over anxious about the future and leaving away the present is something that Hanuman tries telling, don't do that. Always work towards the present. Next. As he reaches the shores of Lanka, he becomes to the size of a cat, not a cat, size of a cat. Surye chastam gate ratro deham sankshipya marutihi vrishadam shaka matrotha babhuvat bhuta darshanaha. Even in that form, he was looking extremely beautiful. So he came to that form. As he became the size of a cat, from the large size he became the size of a cat, he saw a huge trident in front of him hitting the sands of Lanka. So the sands got scattered in the air and it hit its eye, and he just looked to the top, such a huge trident. A lady who was standing in front of him looking like a Rakshasi. A beautiful description is given of her by the Tamil poet Kamban. I will read out. எட்டு தோளாள் நாலு முகத்தாள் உலகு ஏழும் தொட்டு வெறும் சோதி நிறத்தாள் சுழல் கண்ணாள் முட்டிப்போரில் மூவுலகத்தை முதலோடும் கட்டி சிறுமகாலன் வளர்த்தாள் குமயிலாள் எட்டு தோளாள். She had 8 hands. நாலு முகத்தாள். She had 4 heads. உலகேழும் தொட்டு வெறும் சோதி நிறத்தாள். She was dark. சுழல் கண்ணாள். Her eyes went round and round. She had a trishulam, a trident in her hand. With that she hit the sands on the shores of Lanka. Hanuman, who was the size of a cat, looked at her size and was shocked. She asked a question in her baritone. Kastvam kena chakaryena. Why have you come? What is the work for you here? For what purpose have you come? Put this in a softer tone. We have immigration officers in most countries that we go, right? The immigration officer will ask, why have you come? What is the purpose? They may ask in their own tone, but she was the immigration officer of Lanka. So the Lankini is asking, Kastvam kena chakaryena. Iha prapto vanalaya. the one who has to live in the forest. You, why have you come here? Vanalaya. Kathayastveha yattattvam yavat prana dharanti te. Aren't you happy with the Jivatma staying in your body? You want that to exit. Why have you come here? Shulal Kannal. Her eyes were like molten gold that would go around. And she asked Hanuman. You know what Hanuman answered? He said, see, I've been seeing many advertisements on hoardings here and there. It says Sri Lanka tourism. Come and visit Lanka. We have such beautiful cities here. I've heard that you have Jaffna, you have Verangantota, Hambantota, Yahangilla, Dunuvilla, Divurumpola, Nuvara Elia, Sita Elia, Kandy, Nugumbo, Colombo, Kelaniya. You have such beautiful places. Trikonamale, Dambula. You've got all these places. So there were beautiful hoardings saying, please explore the flora and fauna in Lanka. So looking at these advertisements, I was so happy and so excited. So I have come as a tourist, he says. Vananyupavanani ha Lankaya ha kananani cha. I've heard that Lanka is filled with such beautiful forests. Sarvato griha mukhyani drashtuma gamanam hime. I've just come to see all of this. She said, what? Are you making fun of me? She closed her fist and she gave one knock on Hanuman. Hanuman now thought, he must have thought, that see, I have come as a diplomat, as a messenger of Rama. What all problems I am facing? One is Simnika is giving me a shot. Now this Lankini is giving me a shot. Surasa is saying, get inside my mouth. So this Lankini gave a shot. Now Hanuman thought, gone are the days of non-violence. People say tit for tat. Tit for tat. Now, let me give her a taste of the medicine that she gave me. So, he closed his fist and he jumps from the bottom till the top to her heads and gave her one knock. Tit for tat. He does. The moment she received a shot from Hanuman, she managed to remember one incident that she had forgotten all these years. What was it? She was earlier in the other abodes, but because of her bad behavior, Brahma had said that you shall be ordained, you are ordained to be the immigration officer Lankini of Lanka Pradesh. She was extremely upset. Why should I go to a Rakshasa Pradesham and why am I to do this? Brahma said, this is the punishment for all the tantrums that you are doing. Now, at the same time, she asks, when can I get relief from that position? That is when Brahma says, there will be an extraordinary monkey, a Vanara, who will come to your place. He will give you a knock. The moment you receive the shot from him, assume that your duties are over, you are relieved of it and you can come back to your abode. This she mentions. Yettanai kalam kappal yan inda moodur yendru அம்முத்தனை வினவினேற்கு முரண்வலி குரங்கு ஒன்று உன்னை கைத்தலம் அதனால் தீண்டி காய்த்தலு வருக சித்திர நகரம் அதன் பின் சிதைத்தல் தின்னம் என்றாள். So she said, okay, now I am relieved of my position of an immigration officer. I am no more a Lankini. Hanuman, thank you. Then she says, Sita nimittam rajnyastu ravanasya duratmanaha Rakshasam chaiva sarvesham vinashaha samupagataha tat pravishya harisreshtha purim ravana palitam vidhasva sarvakaryani yani vanchasi. So, it is high time that you rescue Sita from the clutches of Ravana. And I bless you, Hanuman, I bless you. You shall be successful in whatever mission you have undertaken. Earlier, Surasa Nagamata had blessed, Mainakam had desired. Now, Lankini is also blessing, do not worry. That is why, when your mission and intent is clear, even foes will turn into your friends and they will bless you. This is Hanuman's demeanor. Even Lankini, who stopped him initially, is telling you will be successful. After having said this, she leaves that position and Hanuman enters into Lanka. He looks at the beautiful houses which were constructed. Each house was a masterpiece, says Valmiki. How were the houses? What did he do next? Did he find Sita immediately, or he was quite unsuccessful in this attempt? More in the next episode.
Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a two-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.